Hello, hi there, Capricorns. I hope that you are all gorgeous and well. My name is Bella, and most people know me as Bella, the Secret Psychic. This is your love horoscope for February 2019. I had to take a bit of time before I started your recording because my guides were giving me sort of quite heavy information, I guess. And when I do these readings, they're really more about trying to get you to navigate them with ease. So when I was being shown what I was being shown, my next question to my spirit guides, because that's how I work, is well, how can I help Capricorns go through this with a bit of ease? What's the best advice? And so what my guide said to me is basically very simple. I'll use their words actually. They said, cocoon yourself in light, use it as a shield, and to know that you have the power to protect yourself from others as long as you are not stepping through that boundary and giving too much of yourself or being distracted. They want you to kind of armor yourself with this light and to focus on you, what you know emotionally, intuitively, what you know intellectually, and to not be distracted by that or others. So we'll start with that premises, shall we, Capricorns? So if you watch me for the first time, I'm a psychic reader. I don't use tarot cards, not when I do these readings anyway. And if you'd like to know more about me and my services, all the links are just down below. And I'd love for you to subscribe, do comment. I do love to hear from all of you. So as you know, for those of you who watch me regularly, I do like to try to go through this week by week, and February being a bit of a smaller month, we've got 4 weeks of it. And the feeling that I get at the start of your February is that some of you start February feeling about whether you can trust somebody. Sometimes, or for most of you, it could be asking whether you can trust yourself. But mostly I get here, can I trust what somebody else is feeling about me? Can I trust whether they are pulling me away and out of my cocoon? Can I cope also with somebody else's energy that I think for you, Capricorns, feels quite negative or low? And I think a lot of you have decided, given your past recent history, that you want to be independent, that you want to be in a higher vibration. And I know we have to interact with people, which is life, but how do I do that without their or others' negativity bring me down? And because this is a love reading, this is very much focused on your love. So it feels to me that is either somebody who's present, this could also be somebody who you've recently broken up with, is still affecting you. So this is either in your thoughts or they are directly affecting you still by sending you messages, or you're maybe perhaps still arguing with them, whatever this is. But it's distracting you. It's bringing you to the place you don't want to be, which is this low vibration. If you can do what my guides are saying here, which is to surround and put the light within you instead of trying to give it to others. So don't try to reason with somebody. Don't try to help somebody else. Don't try to do those things because it feels like it's a waste and only burns your energy. It's saying give it to you. Remember, this is the final year as we go up to November, December, that you have Saturn in your chart, which is your ruling planet, but it does like to kick your butt, as it does with all signs, to get you to exactly where you're supposed to be. And the overall message, and I have said this to other Capricorns, is that you're supposed to be focusing on yourself. Now that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a love life. I think the question in this month is about the balance being off. If you're constantly giving to somebody else, or chasing somebody else, or waiting on somebody else, then the balance is off, which therefore means you will be missing out on the things that will lift your vibration for you with your love life, but also in other things. And so there's a little bit of a reminder at the beginning of this month, as you go into it feeling a little bit low, for all the reasons I've just said, that is counterbalanced or counterintuitive to the way that Saturn wants you to be. I feel in the second week, if you don't heed these words, because you can start this straight away from the first week and say, you know what, I'm not going to be distracted by other people. I'm going to trust myself. I'm not going to be brought down by the energy of this other person who I'm romantically still involved with or still has an effect on me. I am going to focus on me. If you don't get it in the first week, in the second week you seem to feel better. And I get here there is a lot of focus actually in this week. So Capricorns who have children, who have family, your focus seems to go more there. And then it also goes on yourself and how you self-nurture. I get new projects and new ideas. I get here in terms of love, it's a hard one, because just like January a little bit, I just get here that there does seem to be a need for you guys to create some distance between you and somebody else's energy. So I'm not saying you shouldn't be in a relationship. I feel that for those of you who have one, it just is at arm's length, and it kind of needs to be that way, because it will bring about some changes in who you are and then how that person can bring the balance to you. But I just get really overall, Capricorns, is a little bit of the you show. In the second week, I feel like there's so much more progress made in your energy, the way you feel about yourself, because remember, we get love from other people that mirrors the way that we feel about ourselves. So when we truly love ourselves and we truly respect ourselves and we truly honour ourselves and we give ourselves light, so will other people, love or otherwise. And in that time, even if you are with somebody or even newly meeting somebody, is in that second week you'll get the best out of them. But if you don't, it shouldn't matter, because all that light is going on yourself and you will not care so much. In fact, if you look at the traits of Saturn, quite tough love, that's what you embody, this beautiful, tough love. And then this is where I was getting a bit stuck before I came on, because I just get here, I just severely get the energy of this other person super trying quite hard to kind of test you about whether you will keep continuing to give them your light. And actually I get for some of you it's more than one person. So it could be a current person and then still your ex and then maybe another ex, however that translates for you. But I do get here in the third week, person of interest, or maybe a past person, seems to want to be what's the word I'm looking for? Argumentative. Wants to challenge you, wants to come back in, is not liking that you're not giving the light or their attention. And so just like a child, they're kind of doing stuff to try to get your attention, because up until now they've been very used to doing it that way and it being quite effective. And for some of you, I get that making you feel a little bit stuck in your head about what to do, because there's the higher part of you that will be saying, I need to just distance myself, but I feel really bad about this. Versus, I need to go off. Like, I just get you're stuck because of wanting to do what you... The temptation, I guess, is that you will want to do what this person has always been kind of trying to draw out of you to do. Again, in that week, when you feel like that, remember the start of this video. The recommendation is that the light should be with you and not given out or drawn out or robbed from you by the energy of this other love interest around you. If you can do that, you will not feel stuck, because the answer is quite clear. It's got to be about you and your decisions. But all this serves, though, is a bit of a distraction. So one could also argue, if I'm putting this in a very literal sense, that if you need to block people, dear Capricorns, to ensure they cannot torment with you, that's what you need to do, all right? Because in the last week, it doesn't get any easier. I just get here that they seem to want to, a couple of things, they want to really try to, pull on your heart quite a lot, or try to frighten you a little bit. And I don't mean in a scary way, but I mean in the ways of, well, if you can't give me, then I'm just going to go off with somebody else. One, don't be fooled by that, but two, if that's as low as they want to go, Capricorns, then maybe they should be gone. What my guides are saying here is the more you get distracted in your love life this month, the more unhappy you are. The more you are tipping the scales in that person's favour, the more unhappy you will be. If you're trying to tell yourself that you can juggle it all, you can give that and you can do you too, it doesn't seem that way. In fact, the way to progress in all areas of your life, including your love life, to get the balance back in a better and healthier way, is actually to do as Saturn would do, and do it with tough love. Beautifully onto yourself. Self-love. It's a bit of a deep one this month, Capricorns, but the overall message is about steering your own ship and not taking any passengers this month, because it doesn't seem to help you. So I do hope that that's been clear, that you have understood. I've been Bella, and again, I'll be back next month with another love reading. And if you'd like to know more about me, all the information is just down below. You have an amazing month, gorgeous Capricorns, and I will see you again next month. Take care. Bye-bye.